In January of this year, we entered into an agreement with Total Merit Solutions, and they, in essence, became the new management company for FLEOA, and overseeing FLEOA administrative services, and also now the website and the finance. It's basically the whole deal here is that it's going to be like one-stop shopping. That's what is going to happen here, basically, from here forward. TMS is actually responsible for overseeing membership services and providing administrative support to the FLEOA Executive Committee, which that means you. So if you need help, any type of assistance in your chapter or agency, please pick up the phone and call the toll-free number that we also incorporated, and I'll talk a little bit about that. We have two offices, one in Maryland and one in Pennsylvania. The Lewisberry office, it's still open. And we have a few things that I wanted to talk about that with the Lewisberry office. We kept Maureen and Lola on there, and they're helping out with the responsibilities of the mailing process because we have contracts that Malloy Enterprises entered into with the mailings that they were doing before with TMS took over the management services, and we're continuing with that over in Lewisberry. So all your mailings are controlled out of Lewisberry, so if you have questions about mailings, you could address them to TMS or you could address me with them, either here or, if you can call them and they'll try to help you out or I can help you. We're going to keep that office fully operational, but we've actually purchased new computers for the administrative staff and implemented the toll-free telephone numbers so that members can reach the administrative services staff with a toll-free hotline. And also, we installed a VoIP phone system so that the employees in Pennsylvania and the Maryland locations can answer calls, allowing the maximum phone coverage. So if someone calls and the two ladies over in Lewisberry are busy, because they're obviously busy every day dealing with membership issues, and they can't handle, like say, if 3 calls come in simultaneously, then that rolls over to our Maryland office with this program. And it gives us the capabilities of making sure that we could continue to answer members' questions or assist them in whatever way, or direct them to legal services or whoever else they need to talk to. Like I said, there was the decision of the executive board to keep Lola and Maureen, and we also kept Vicky on board. She's the lady that was working with Scott Eagle with the website, and she's been helping out also tremendously. And these 3 individuals have played, obviously, an important role in the transition process. And they also play, the ladies in Lewisberry play a historic role, obviously, with their institutional knowledge of the organization. Obviously, when they were working at the time with Malloy Enterprises, and Denny's here today. Also, we appreciate Denny's institutional knowledge and Maureen's institutional knowledge and Lola. So that's why Lola and Maureen are on there. And I've also talked to TMS Services, and any time that we need the institutional knowledge of Denny, I've told them at any time they could, contract with him and ask him to, provide us institutional knowledge. All right. Bear with me here because I'm reading off my line paper here. Like I said earlier, these ladies have obviously contributed a lot in the transition, have been very helpful, and continue to be helpful at this Lewisberry location. And like I've said before, and I'll say it again, we in this organization, need individuals in the customer service role, and right now in FLEOA, we have a 2-person customer service. We are definitely a 2-person customer service organization, without a doubt, at a minimum. So that's why it's important to have these individuals in that role. And we have determined that we can continue to run this office in Lewisberry more efficiently than with hiring additional personnel in Maryland. And obviously, it's important with the historical, process of this organization. Right now, in the future, we're going to consider, splitting some and dividing some of the other labor services between Lewisberry office and the Maryland office. And we're still in the process of reducing expenses at the Lewisberry location. We're downsizing with our bulk mailing machine with the Hassler company. We're renegotiated a contract. This is a company that provides us the bulk mail services and the machines. And we were able to renegotiate it and actually arrive at a reasonable solution in eliminating additional cost without having to get legal services involved for previously existing contracts. And it's at a lower rate per month, just for your awareness. We're also in the process, in the Lewisberry office, we're in the process of obtaining a smaller office space. Therefore, it eliminates the current rent at the current location and not cutting it in half, but, cutting it substantially so we could save more money for the organization. We've also reduced some telephone bills by 50%, and we're eventually going to phase out that 717 number, the 717-938-2300 number by the end of this year. And with regard to Vicki, she's also proven, Vicki's located in St. Louis, Missouri. She's obviously proven to be a great asset with the transition of the new website company, and Enid's going to talk a little bit more about that because that's her forte. She's actually, what we're considering with Vicki, so you are all aware of this, basically having her directly work with strictly with the website and stuff that we're going to be implementing, and Enid could talk about that, and I'll let her cover that paragraph that we have in our presentation.
So just briefly on the website, when we started in January, we were under high-level studios. Back in March, you all recall, I sent an email about our website having been hacked. No sensitive information or FLEOA information was compromised, but it did create a big issue with email addresses, people being able to log on into the website. There was another problem where the main server, which was out in Chicago, there was some incident with some construction company that hit a wire that caused email to also be offline for about a week and a half too. As a result of that, the webmaster we had and the hacking became really scared and basically resigned. So we ended up finding Fitting and Zit, a company that is under the auspices of TMS, and I have been working with them to create and develop a new website that's going to be more user-friendly, easier to follow. And I urge you all to be available Saturday morning in the 8 o'clock session because they will be here to give us a glimpse of what that website is going to look like, how each section is going to be easily accessible to members. We've revamped a lot of information that's on it. And I've been excited about how it's coming out, so it's something I urge you all to see.
Membership renewal process and what Enid was talking about, it's very important that you go back to your members and tell them, please visit the new website when it goes live. And Enid has informed us that that's going to happen October 1st of this year. So make sure that they go in there because what we're trying to do is minimize our postage because we spend a considerable amount of money, and I'm sure Denny could even talk about that. He could tell you about postage. A lot of money, my friends. If we could tell these members, go onto the website, please visit the website, and when you renew, go through the website, and it would make it a lot easier. And what we're also going to do is we're going to send out email notifications. We're going to reduce the wait for 30 days, so when a member's expiration date is popping up, we could send them the invoice via the website. It saves us substantial money in postage. It really would help us out a lot if you can go out there and, when you're meeting with your members, stress the use of the website. Let's face it, in this day and age of the technology-driven individuals that are being brought on to our agencies and the new members, they're pretty tech-savvy, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Just on a note on that, We can only reach our members depending on how good the information they provide to us is. If the information they're giving us is not accurate, meaning home addresses, email addresses, we're not going to reach them to get the information we need out to them.
Because we're not sending out, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you on the NEC are well aware of it, when it's either John or anybody else on the executive board, or some of you as chapter presidents and agency presidents put out a broadcast message. We do that now via email. We don't send out anything via snail mail. I'm sure you're all aware of that. And we do that for a reason. We do it to save a lot of money, because it really helps us out in the long haul. Not that we're trying to cut out our postal folks out here with their budgetary issues they have, but we're trying to save the organization as much money as possible. But one big thing that TMS is going to have the capabilities with is the automatic payroll deduction. That is definitely something that we're going to put into full effect on January 1st of 2014. That's definitely going to be a big item that you could talk about, and when you go back to your respective chapters and tell your members that we're going to do the automatic payroll deductions, and they're going to have those capabilities. Right now, TMS, the managers at TMS are basically now meeting with and evaluating various vendors and different methods to employ and implement this payroll deduction option for the members.